Flatline does suck. Okay. Um, Such symptoms are a dead dick, no sex drive whatsoever. You start questioning yourself again. You almost felt like you did in your fapping days, you know. But you got to be smart, fellas. You got to be vigilant with this one because just before your flatline hit, you were on top of the world. All right. The good news is you will get back to that and then some. Okay. There is a lot of light at the end of this tunnel. But the thing, what is going on during the flatline and why it's a good thing is because that is when your brain is going through its healing process. All right. It's undoing the damage. It pretty much had to shut itself down, so to speak, to rebuild. All right. Again, I know it sucks, but it is a necessary part of the healing process. I hope you didn't think that you were just gonna never masturbate again and it's happily ever after. No, there is some growing pains with this because some of us are doing well over 10 years worth of damage to our brains. And I think, well, I'm speaking me personally here. My first flatline was about 3.5 weeks long. All right. I will admit it went by pretty fast because I was prepared for it. All right. It did catch me off guard. How did I know I was in a flatline? The morning wood went away. I had no desire for sex, and there was a few days where I was just questioning myself all the time. Like I was just getting shy around girls again. I'm like, oh, what the fuck is going on? Like this isn't me. I wasn't like this for the last 2 months. You know, it sucked a lot, as I keep saying, but I knew, I kept my eyes on the prize. I knew what was coming. It was just a matter of when is this going to be over. But the thing was, I didn't concern myself too much about when it was going to be over. It was just more about, I got to get through this because this is going to be a beautiful thing when I get through it. And when it finally ended, again, I felt much better. How did I know it was over? The morning wood came back. My confidence was even higher than it was before, and I was even more assertive. It also taught me to appreciate my new working body again, you know. Um, but as far as when the flatline starts, I can't give you exact numbers on that because every one of us is going to be different. You know, some of us will PMO for a longer than others. But mine again personally happened about 2.5 months into Nofap. I believe it was about 2.5 months. And again, it lasted for about 3.5 weeks. It wasn't a month that it lasted. It was definitely less than a month, but it was more than 3 weeks. And I had more than one. Now, what I will say, I'm not trying to scare you. Again, I want to repeat this. I'm not trying to scare you. I just want you to be realistic with this. Nofap, great, but it's not going to come without its growing pains, and the flatline is a growing pain. All right. I had flatlines after that, but they were way less severe and much shorter. Okay. I have heard cases, again, not trying to scare you, but I've heard cases of guys being in the flatline for 6 months. Every guy is going to be different, so I can't give you a definite number, a definite number on that. But what I can say, use that time wisely. Do not be tricked by your brain because what you're going to think is that, oh shit, my sex drive is gone. Let me watch some porn to try to see if it's working. Do not do that. Your everything is actually fine. It's just kind of shut down temporarily. You are fine. You're going to come out of that. Okay? Um, that is actually where a lot of guys relapse is in the flat line because they want to test to see what the hell happened. I was fine a few days ago. It just went away. Did I do something wrong? No, you didn't do anything wrong. Your brain is just resetting to build itself back up. Remember, it has a lot of damage to fix. You know, your dopamine receptors are increasing in number. Everything is coming back to normal, but it does take a little bit of a shutdown to do that. So, again, find something constructive to do. Oh, yeah, another way I knew, I should have said this sooner. It was incredibly difficult for me to get out of bed in the morning. I remember I hit the snooze button about 50 times. All right? But, again, do not fear it. Expect it. After your first flatline, I can pretty much say I don't want to say you're in the clear, but your first major flatline, which is the first one, that's going to be the worst it's going to get. All right, that's the good news. You may or may not have others, but the ones, at least in my experience, the ones after that were way less severe than my first one. All right.